Hey guys, Larry here, and today I've got a super cool camera that's a first in a couple of ways. The Sony SLT A65 is like a DSLR, but it's technically a digital SLT. Since this is a new concept for some folks, let me explain what SLT means. Sony introduced the term SLT to describe cameras that use a technology referred to as single lens translucent. With an SLT, the mirror doesn't snap up when taking a photo like it does in a DSLR. Instead, the mirror stays still and it's almost transparent, and that allows almost all the light to pass through directly to the sensor while reflecting just a portion of it onto a phase detection autofocus sensor, and that allows for full-time phase detection autofocus. This kind of image path allows for faster continuous shooting with less battery power, and there's no image blackout. It allows for a high-speed phase detection autofocus that holds focus on fast-moving subjects in all shooting modes, including video. Sony's A65 also has a high resolution, and I mean high resolution, 24.3 megapixel APS-C high-definition CMOS sensor with an ISO range of 100 up to 16,000. Now, one of the first things that comes to my mind when you talk about a sensor that's bigger than 20 megapixels is that processing those images through the camera is going to slow you down. Well, Sony tackled that. The brain of the camera is Sony's Bion Z image processor. This newly updated version of the processor really upped the A65's processing capabilities, making it truly equipped for the demands of 24.3 megapixel photography. With auto exposure locked, you can shoot 10 frames a second continuous shooting at full resolution with continuous autofocus. That's really amazing, and it's great for things like sports shooting or catching those hard-to-catch moments. The A65 has what Sony calls the world's shortest shutter release lag time. At just 5/100ths of a second, this camera really works hard to make sure that you get exactly the image you're trying to capture. It's another great feature for fast-moving action photography. Sony's A65 SLT has a built-in 2.3 million dot OLED electronic viewfinder with 100% frame coverage that lets you see camera adjustments in real time with superb color and detail. It's got a 3-inch 921,000 dot swivel LCD screen, so you can tilt the screen up or down and frame high or low angle shots that would be otherwise hard to get. You can even tilt and swivel under the camera to take self-portraits. The monitor also folds flush to the camera with the LCD exposed for shooting, or you can flip it to keep the LCD screen protected. One of the things I really like about this camera is that it has a live view image on the LCD until you put your eye up to the viewfinder. Then it shuts off the LCD and the live view appears in the electronic viewfinder. Very clever. If you're wondering about video, the A65 is the world's first DSLR to offer a video capture choice of 60p, 60i, or cinematic 24p, as well as 50p and 25p at full 1920 by 1080 HD. And the AVC HD codec file format means that the compressed video will give you stunning picture quality. And of course, it's got a built-in stereo microphone, plus a microphone input for using external mics. The camera offers complete manual control, plus program mode, aperture priority, and shutter priority, even in movie mode. So with the A65, you can shoot full HD movies with total control. It features Sony's in-camera steady shot image stabilization. Typical DSLRs build image stabilization into select lenses only, but Steady Shot does that right here in the camera body. So with other camera systems, your image stabilization happens only when you have a stabilized lens. With the A65, it happens with any compatible A-mount system lens, including macro and wide aperture standard zooms. Sony's A65 offers 3:2 or 16:9 aspect ratios for still images. It also has 2D and 3D sweep panorama modes. You just press the shutter, sweep horizontally or vertically, and the camera does the rest by continually shooting images and then stitching them together. To me, the 3D capture is especially impressive because as you sweep across the panorama in 3D mode, the camera records separate right eye and left eye images that make landscapes come alive on your 3D TV. By the way, 3D files are saved as JPEGs or MPO files. The A65 offers 8 scene modes and 11 picture effects like posterization, retro photo, toy camera, HDR painting, and miniature, just to name a few. Now, I've heard of Smile technology before, but the A65 takes it to a whole different level. By selecting the Smile shutter mode, the camera automatically takes the picture when the smile happens, and you can even adjust smile sensitivity. So now you can take a picture without saying cheese. Besides smiles, the camera has face detection and autofocus capability, and you can automatically detect up to 8 individual faces and then adjust focus, exposure, white balance, and flash to help deliver properly lit images of people. And talk about cutting edge, the A65 even has face registration, and it can remember friends and family members and prioritize them. Man, that's incredible. Earlier I mentioned that the A65 can capture multiple images and stitch them together into a panorama. Well, there's another mode that captures 6 images and combines them in a little different way. It's called handheld twilight mode, and it helps you get great shots at night without a tripod. It combines your 6 images into a single image for smooth, low noise, low light shots. The Sony A65 has a built-in TTL flash and an accessory hot shoe for adding external flashes. It's got an in-camera GPS, so geotaggers won't even need to add an external device. Now, after you capture all these cool images, movies, panos, and 3D panos, you can view them all on an HD TV directly using the HDMI port. Of course, it has a USB port too, and files are saved to SDHC and SDXC or Sony's Memory Stick Pro and Pro Duo cards. It's available as a kit with the 18 to 55mm lens you see here, or as a body only. Honestly, I can't believe all the built-in class-leading features Sony packed into the A65 at this price point. Great video, great still image capture, great resolution, all in one amazing camera. With the Sony A65 SLT, I'm Larry Becker. Thanks for watching.